Hi everyone, it's Bobbie, and I am sharing my first Craftology box tutorial. This is the first time I've done this for Tammy, and it was so much fun. And I'm not normally a Halloween person, I have to admit that. And probably, I used to be, but my kids are all grown now, so I don't really get too enthused about it. But this was really fun. This paper is so awesome. This is the, what did I say the name of it was? Wait a minute, I'll tell you here real quick. I always forget the name of them. It is Twilight. I always have to look and see. There's so many different patterns I work with, and I forget which one I currently have. But this one is Twilight by Authentique. I love this spider paper, and the oranges are so pretty in this package. So I had a stamp set with these little images. I couldn't find anything that I liked for the cover. I tried some free graphics, which I was going to give you a link, but they were so pixelated they wouldn't really copy very well. So I took a stamp set that I had in my stash, and I stamped these images out, and I scanned them into my computer. Then I printed them out. I had to enlarge them a little bit because they were really small, and I enlarged them and then made this little collage of like the spider and the web, the bats, and this old craggy tree, and then these two little headstones. I used an oval die and just cut them flat at the bottom. So that's how I got that. So I have a little magnetic hinge here, and I've just wrapped it with a stripe. So it opens this way, and I just have a little pouch over here, and it's held with a magnet. These little letters I had in my stash, so I just added Boo there. And it opens this way. And in the bottom part, there are two inserts. These are from the paper collection. It says Pumpkins and Costumes. And I just made a little faux pocket here. Let me make sure I'm still in frame. Yes. I want to make sure you can see it all. And then I just have two little flaps here that hold, and you can add so much more in here. I have one little photo mat that I made with a die that's in my stash, and I just cut it out, cut it in half, and used it for my topper. And then I made a little photo insert, and I've just used some of the scraps of paper and one of the punch outs that says turn back, and then it goes that way. And that's it for that one, and you can get a lot more in here. And then on the top part, I have a little pocket, and I put some inserts in here. This one is from the cut apart sheet. Has a pumpkin and a witch on it. This one says, when witches go riding and black cats are seen, the moon laughs and whispers, it's near Halloween. And then I made a little tag just out of some cream colored Artisan, and this little witch die came from Bobbie scraps, and I used some of Tammy's ribbon and twine for that. So those go in there. It closes with a magnet. Then on the right hand side I have a corner pocket. Let me lift this up a little bit, see if anything will stay there, I don't think. And on the top of the corner pocket I just have a little envelope paper clip, and these little folders open and you can add photos in there. Whoops. And this one does the same way. It's open, you can put a photo in there. And then inside the pocket I have this little folder that I made. I love making little small folders. And this is from the cut apart sheet, and some glitter paper I had in my stash. And it opens this way. Photo mat here, another one here with another spider. Two photo mats there, a nice good size 4x6 there. And then it opens this way for 3 more photos. and I just put design paper on the back. So that's my little Halloween folder. I thought that would be such a cute way to save your pictures of your trick-or-treaters. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. I'd love to hear your comments, and I will see you with my next project. I have another piece to show you from the Craftology box. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, I think I got it working now. Let me squirt out a little bit and make sure I don't have any water in that tip. I tried to make sure I cleaned it out good. Yeah, that looks good. No water. Okay. So what I want to do is put a little ribbon on here. I'm going to attach to this score tape. And I want to put another piece between the layers, just a little piece to make sure it stays folded right. It kind of helps people that aren't used to the albums know when there's a flap and where to lift it at if you add a tab or a ribbon or something. A lot of times people don't realize that they're supposed to open a certain part. And then again, they might try to open a part they're not supposed to and tear something. So, now we'll put this down. Okay, I'm going to go right here. Should have put that down first, shouldn't I? But I didn't. I'll get a piece of trim and put there. And this little pocket is just like for a tag on a miter, but I don't go all the way to the corner because I don't want to obscure my corner. And it's going to be glued on both sides. And it's just like for the size of a small tag, where you could make notes or stick a small picture on a tag. Just a little bit of glue on the bottom. And it's going to sit right here. Just like that. Okay. This piece is going to be the skull and crossbones. How evil can you be? Let me move it up where y'all can see. Is going to go here. And then I made two little corner pockets, and I cut two little strips of orange just to kind of offset them. And these I just cut. Let me get a measurement on it for you, since I don't have a backing piece. It is with it would be 4 1/4 by 4 1/2. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta count the 4 3/4 by 4 1/2. That way it leaves you a 1/2 inch to turn under on each side. And I'm going to miter this edge so I can glue it up underneath. Might need to cut it more. I just want a little orange border on there, like that. Might be too long yet. Yeah, just a little bit too long. Let's see if that'll fit under there. There we go. That's all I need. Just enough to give me a little border. Under there. There we go. And that will be attached there. And cut one for this little side. There we go. I'll glue this one down. Oops. There we go. Like that. And it'll have a crisscross pocket. And we can put embellishments or photos in there. Make sure I get it lined up. And one on this side. There we go, double pocket. And that'll close this way and this way. Okay, now for the inside, I cut 4 little bumpers. And they are 4.5 by 1.5. And I just cut some scraps to embellish them with. And they will hold any inserts down. And we're going to put the bones on the other side. Actually, I want the spider web. And we did the polka dots. And the spider web. There's that. Okay, so we can fold these and bury them. And they'll sit just inside the orange area as well. And this will keep any embellishments that you have from falling out. Keep everything contained. So there's that one. And just below this row of bats. Just below his tail, right there. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to cut 4 little strips, because I should have actually put this up underneath the other. But it's okay, I can fix it anyway. There's always a way to fix something. Then I'll make some embellishments or get my pieces cut out, and I'll be back with you. Alright. Okay, this morning I am making my inserts and embellishments for this Craftology box album. And I've had quite a few people comment on previous videos that they would like to have a tutorial on how I make my inserts. So what I need to make today, whoops, is inserts that will go inside this little area here, in this pocket, and then in this flap over here. And I also need to make embellishments for these little paper clips here to hold these down. So I'll show you what I do. Quite often you won't see 2 embellishments just alike because I save all my scraps, and that's typically what I use. So here are some that I have laid out, and these are all with scraps, and I have white cardstock just put in there to give me an idea of where I want to position things. So I just take my scraps, and like this one, it will be a flap, and this one will flap up, and then there'll be a photo mat, and I'll embellish them, fill them in with other papers, and then there'll be photo mats in here. So that'll make a little booklet that will go really nice in that corner pocket. Then on this one's quite a bit smaller, is just going to have paper clips everywhere. This one is going to have 2 photo mats, and it'll be attached with this hinge. There'll be a place for a large photo mat here and a little pocket down here, and then I can insert something in the pocket to hold it all closed. So that'll be that one. If I don't paper clip them together, I forget where I was. Put these here. Okay, this one will look like a little booklet with a little belly band closure, and it's going to have 3 little folders, or 3 photo mats, that is. This one is another booklet style with a tab, and these are all just little scraps, and it will be like that. And then this one will have 2 flaps, and if you want measurements, I'll give you measurements, but like I said, quite often you'll never see 2 exactly alike from me because of the fact that I use all my scraps. So what I'm going to do at this point is go through my scraps from the Halloween collection, and I've got some in a bag here, and I've got more laying over on my desk that I want to go through, and I'll cut my pieces like I want to put them down, and then I'll show you as I put them together. Alright, I'll be back with you shortly. Alright guys, I have gone through all my little scrap pieces, and I've picked out what I want to use on this first little booklet embellishment, whatever we want to call it. So I'm going to lay my pieces aside. I have inked them with Memento Black. Let me get all my little pieces out of here. So the first thing I want to do is attach this front flap here. So I'm going to do that with a little art glitter glue. And I want to just put it sort of middle ways. Just kind of eyeball it. Oops. Oh, wait, it's over my... Oh, that score line doesn't matter. I was going to say it's over my score line, but it doesn't matter because that's an old score line that I'm not using anymore. It's going to be covered up. Oops. Because I use scraps. Did I not get enough glue on it? Looks good. Let me put a little bit more glue right there. I think it had started drying up on me. Okay. Now we can put this little flap here. And I'm going to attach it to the back, but let it come over the front. So I want it to be about like so, and I'm going to put a magnet in this one, just because there's so many little flippity doodahs. Grab a magnet real quick. Okay. One positive and one negative. So I want this one to be on the top. So I always have trouble with these little adhesive thingies. So I'm going to put that one right there. A piece of score tape to make sure it stays put. piece of score tape for the other one. What do I do with it? It found me. And let's peel this off. Whoops. And I want it on the inside. Oh, you know what? I don't. Dang it. Well, it's on the inside. I'll have to make sure that these two photo mats cover it. That one goes here. These two go here. No, they don't. Alright, I'm losing track of what I got. I knew I'd do that if I take everything out. Okay. This goes here, and this goes here. So I'll have to put something, a little embellishment in here to cover that up, but that'll be okay. So, and it'll catch. Okay. So, for this top piece, I have this is going to go here, I think. No, that don't look right. I've got too many pieces going on. Let me see if it's this. Yep, that's what I had. Okay, so let me get a piece of white cardstock so I can see my edges. And we'll glue this down. Okay. Get so many pieces cut at once and then I lose track of what went where. Easy enough to do, I tell you. So that is going to go right there. This one is going to go at the bottom. Oops. And these were all just little sliver of scraps. I don't throw anything away until I know I absolutely have no earthly use for it. Because you just never know in a situation like this. You just might be able to use it. And then we'll put this little piece in here. And it makes it all work. Oops, not completely straight. There we go. So that works for that one. Now for this flap, on the inside, I have a photo mat. Cut a little scrap for here. And you can always go back and add stickers and things. And you know, I shouldn't have said a while ago that this one didn't come with any embellishments. It did come with 2 sticker sheets. But as far as the front cover, it wasn't what I was looking for or what I had in my mind that I wanted to do, and that's why I said that. Okay. Now on the front, I just have one of the cut aparts, and it's not quite big enough to cover this flap, so I'm going to back it on some orange that I had in my stash. Just just to make it fit. Okay, I like to burnish them on the back instead of the front so I don't get any marks. Anytime I can, I do that on the back, especially with photographs because they'll mar up. Okay, let's see what I'm doing here. And I cut a little piece of glitter I had in my stash. I thought that'd add a little sparkle to the front. And I just cut it to fit this spot here. Okay. Isn't that going to be cute on the front? Okay, now for this part of the front, I have a photo mat. No, I don't. That ain't it. Let me think. That's what I did. Okay, so here we go with the scraps again. Didn't look like I inked that one. Let me grab my ink. I thought I had everything inked. Okay, and then I've got two little orange strips. And just hit them lightly. Okay, let's glue these down. If that's an exact fit. Yeah, it's because it's got a black edge on it. It's black all the way up to the end here. It'd be better if it ended with the orange stripe so it stood out a little bit more, but it doesn't. It'd be okay. Now I'm going to put the orange, little tiny orange stripe in there. And I put the white down last because if I need to do any more trimming, it's easier to trim this larger piece than it is the smaller ones. So this is going to go right here. And that's just a little bit too long. Let me take a little snip off of that. Hope I still got enough glue on it. There we go. Check this one. No, it's fine. Yeah. I got it going everywhere. There we go. Now, see, I didn't take a hair off of it. So like I said, it's much easier to trim this one up than the others. And that'll be perfect. Okay, so that closes that way. Is that a pencil mark? Make sure that's a blue side down. And like that. And that's how it looked like from the front. Isn't that cute? See, it's all just scraps, guys. Let me keep this closed. We'll put these two down. Way I won't have so many pieces flying around. To put glue on the score tape. Just gives me a little bit more leeway to put this down because the score tape really grabs it quick. That looks nice and straight. What that is. I can't turn it over because of the notch. So. Cover it with a white gel pen is what I'll do. There's that. And I'll find, let me see, I've got some little, there, we'll put that one in there. Put it right down the center. And that'll cover up the magnet. And as long as you only put glue down the center, then you can still slide a picture under it. There we go. That'll take care of that problem. And it looks cute. Now this one goes in here, but it has to be notched. Here we go. I don't normally ink the edges of the white cardstock. I just like it to be really crisp and clean. You know, if my page is really more of a grunge look, then that's a little bit different. You would want to do it, but for something like this, I probably would not. let's go to the back. And I just cut a small piece of orange. To go along the edge here. And then a larger piece, and I'm going to add 2 little photo mats to the back that are glued down. So we've got that and this. I need to do something with that, don't I? Did I have something for it? Yes, I did. 2 little photo mats. Go. There's our first insert. Let's see how it works in the album. I think it's going to be awesome right here. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. I like that. Okay. Now we'll make another one. It's really, really cute. Alright, so the next one is going to be, let me make sure I've got one ready that'll fit in this other front pocket before I start chopping up papers. Oops. Yeah, that one will go in there. Oh, no, it's too tall. And it's too tall. That way as well, it'll hit the fold. See what else I got. That one would go in there. These are too big. Okay. That's the only one I got cut out that'll fit in there as far as the dimensions. Alright, so we'll make this one next. Gotta have a game plan. Oops, I got a magnet stuck there, or a paper clip. Alright. Let me cut out some pages for some papers for the next one. We'll go from there. Be right back. Alright guys, for the next one, this one is really, really simple. This is just pieces of scrap, and I did trim them down a little bit so that they would have 1/2 inch graduations, kind of like a little waterfall. And I'll give you the measurements of this one because it's not on your cut list, and the reason it isn't is because it'll probably never be exactly the same size again. Because, like I said, I always use scraps. The first piece is 4 1/4 by 5. Second piece is 4 3/4 by 5. Third one is 5 1/4 by 5. And the last one on the back is 4. Is that right? It says 4 by 5 1/2. Let me measure it. No, that's 5. It's 4.5 by 5. So all I have done is I am just going to put white mats on each one of these, and I will add you know what I'm thinking? I'm just going to put white mats on them because I made this little belly band. It's 1.5 inches by 12, and I haven't finished the inside yet, but I just put it in here, kind of centered it, and I gave myself some little pinch marks to see where I wanted to attach it, and that way it's plenty loose, so you'll have plenty of room to add photos without it getting too large. And it looks like it needs a little bit more glue right here. I didn't get the glue all the way up to the edge. Let me stick a little bit more glue up under there. And then you can take your little die cuts or stickers or whatever you've got and add some embellishments to the pages just to kind of dress it up a little bit. So here's the first photo mat. This is the best way I can think of to use up all your scraps. Super simple to make. And each one is just attached with a 1/2 inch score line. See, this one was scored at 1/2 and attached to that one, and this one is scored at 1/2 and attached to that one, until you just stair step them. Okay, and that one goes there. But you know what I didn't do is cut mats for the back side of each one. But that's okay, I can go back and catch that. There's that one. There's that one. Make sure I got the right fit on each one. Boy, we got a lot of thunder out there today. They said we're going to get some rain, and they meant it. And this will go on here. So let me open it out so I can see my edges. I'm going to trim it off just a hair. It looks like it's a little bit longer than the rest of them. Yeah, that'll be better. Okay, so you can see where each one is stacked up after the next one. And that's what it looks like. And then we'll put it in the belly band. Be cute. Cute, cute, cute. And you can use stickers or any kind of embellishment to finish it off. I'll have to go back and make 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more photo mats for that. Okay, let me cut those. Be right back. Okay, here is the finished second one. I just thought I would share it with you. The little belly band, of course, has a magnet like I showed you. I just covered the inside with the solid orange. I had a little bat I cut out on my Scan and Cut, and this is a free image from, I don't know the name of the site, but I'll put a link in the description box for you. And then I just filled the inside with photo mats. You could actually journal right here. This one's from the sticker collection. I put a little strip of color down at the bottom. This one says, "We'll do tricks for treats." You can journal right here and then stick your photo up under here. This one just has a little border trim on it. And then this one is plain. So it's just really, really easy to make. I hope you enjoy it. I will be adding this to the book. Let me grab the book. Make sure it fits before I say I'm going to add it. Put my lid back on my ink pad. Okay. Make the little belly band fit down in there. Hold on a minute.